that goes off stage could. I don't because of my main.
I've always just learned how I've played a myriad of characters over my career, but I've always just learned how to play on Lilac because actually I really enjoy the stage layout as well as the tilting. So I believe that you have to learn the jank and like the whole stage is actually on like a it's on a you can memorize it. Like I have it like muscle memoried in my brain of where the stage
memorize
is gonna
the
be
tilts.
At. Yeah, like you can memorize the tilts and just playing on it enough, you do it like naturally, or you have like a good idea of when it's gonna tip up and when it's gonna like rock back and forth. Like there's a portion where you're going through a meteor field where you tip a lot more, but that's usually if you play like a quick game, you don't even encounter that. So something that I would recommend when you want to learn how to play on Lilac, if you want to like really learn how to recover on it, I would recommend playing like when you're just playing with friends, like probably at your house, you play like 4 to 5 stacks with no time limit, as long as you don't have friends that are super duper campy. Or you set like a longer time limit. And it looks like we have losers finals, best of 5, Godot versus Nebula. I believe this is a run back, isn't it? I believe this is a run back. I want to say it was pretty handily to Nebula. Yes, it is, because Nebula just was able to play anti-Ryu. I want to say I did that with Cryo.
This is a very interesting matchup.
Actually, this is actually one of the matchups that I would say Pac-Man does okay in. Because Pac-Man is known as a very low-tier character, so it's tough to say any matchup that he is like great in. Like you don't want to say Pac-Man wins all these matchups. Oh, he's getting a shield break though. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a molly-whopping. And just throwing that key up, I think he was out of times where he could re-grab it, because there's like a limit on how often or how much you can re-grab the key. Or any of the Pac-Man items. I don't truly know the number. I really need to talk to Nebula, to be perfectly honest, and learn some Pac-Man moves. Either that or something. One of the 2 Pac-Mans.
Use that super armor so we could safely
He's
land.
He's finally getting some percents going. Yeah, Godot getting a grab there. This is so difficult though. Nebula just did an immaculate job. He did that trick where he got the key in his hand and it was just all the damage.
That read he just did was amazing.
I like the jabs right there. Like Nebula's he's doing a good job playing it safe and trying not to overextend. Obviously, you can't have that like flowchart combo always, because Pac-Man would be absolutely nuts if you just always flowchart people like that. Like there's a lot of setup there, and I'm not exactly sure what Godot could have done, but I'm pretty sure there was something he could have done. Great read player. Nebula struggling to find this kill. This is dangerous because you do have max rate Ryu, but
there he goes.
Pac-Man's on the heavier side. Getting rid of that rage there. I don't think it was true Ryu. He's got the key again, so this is super dangerous. Going for that Z drop. Another one, but he was in the air this time. This is much better for Godot. Only taking 15.
Oh, no.
And now he's got the key of his own. Let's see if he can get a little bit of revenge. Looks like he'll get a little tiny bit. And the key is offline now. We've seen some insane key play. And a trap! Right there. So did you watch the original Yu-Gi-Oh stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
He fell for your trap card.
No, listen here. No, Pac-Man. Nebula's Pac-Man is the Dark Magician. Like, he just has all these tools, and it's like, I finally have your Dark Magician. No, you don't. 7 hats up here. All right, and now a magical box. Like, good grief. Good stuff to Nebula. That was immaculate. That was a slobber knocker if I've ever seen one.
I don't usually see him using the same trick twice.
Well, you're Pac-Man, you got a gigantic bag of tricks, and none of them are that incredible. They're very, very situational. But if you just use them situationally appropriately, you can make great things. And gonna get hit out by that up B. And we will just see Godot try to work his way in. The World Warrior not having a great time, but he's going to get that up tilt to grab. Yeah. And Ryu's grabs, they designed him to not really have grab follow-ups, so it makes sense that his grabs do good percentage. So I feel like they were really thinking when they designed all of the DLC characters, so they had like more time to design all of them individually, and I feel like they did a good job making them so they had like a lot less broken things, like broken mechanics. And they kind of tried to analyze where they would be in the meta, as well as making them relevant outside of Roy. Roy was just kind of like a homie pick for those people who played Melee. Like people wanted to see Roy back in Smash.
I was one of those people.
I need Roy for over a year, but he's just so hard to play. Easily the worst DLC character.
Hey.
Well behind Lucas, who is the second worst DLC character. And the rest of the DLC characters are actually relevant in the meta. Lucas is like semi-relevant, and that's going to be rather unfortunate for Godot. He's just kind of crossing him up with these dash attacks. Dash attack has almost no lag, and you can actually like do so you can like cancel it right out into your smashes like right after the fact. That's something I do know because I have a friend who's very, very casual who enjoys playing some Pac-Man. He uses Hydrant, throws keys at people, and knows how to dash attack forward smash. So I do know that like very small, obscure things about Pac-Man that aren't really good. And that backer is gonna look great. Godot looking much better now that he's not getting Z-drop keyed for 70-something%. All types of crazy, silly.
They were even for like 5 seconds.
Hey, they're still even. Ryu's gonna get some re-age, and then he's just gonna give him the danky elbow into the true shoryu. Pac-Man going for the grab, but he's gonna cover himself with the hydrant. Excellent, smart, super smart coverage. And great jabs from Nebula. I'm loving this play we're seeing from him. Godot doing a great job rallying back though. Strong up tilt, trying to drop a hydrant on his head. And that was the untackable spin right there. I don't know if Pac-Man really has any true follow-ups off of that. And maybe if he has like an item in hand already. Great Z-drop to Bell into the neutral air to get the hydrant to move. Nebula obviously knowing all of those tricks. He's just like an old, he's a crafty veteran of Pac-Man.
Crafty's a great word.
He is the crafty veteran of Pac-Man. Especially in this state, probably.
Too worried about that hydrant. He's just taking on damage without it.
It's a huge, it's a huge neutral tool. And yeah, that key will take it. That was looking like it was like the earliest possible percent with that DI to KO because it was like a pretty slow KO. Godot just kind of dancing back and forth. I'm sure he'll eat a mitt because that's what Godot does. And it looks like they are going to run it back to final. I guess Godot just has like an affinity for Final Destination. I think I've seen him pick it like every time, or maybe it's just this matchup and he likes this matchup on final. On Nebula actually gonna get that power pellet. I didn't think anybody was gonna get to eat it and get that heal, that fun little heal, but it didn't happen, or it did happen, excuse me. And great up air from Nebula. I just feel like he's just kind of like outpacing Godot a little bit, which is rather unfortunate. And I'm liking that back air from Nebula. Like, there's so many good, like, he's just using his tools so well. And I feel bad because I'm not talking. Oh my goodness, that orange snipe. I was gonna say I feel bad for talking so much about Nebula, but this stock has been a lot about Nebula. That and I don't see Pac-Man, so I'm just like blown away. It's almost like
they stole the key.
I feel like a newborn, like when I'm watching like good Pac-Man, because I don't truly know what he's gonna go for. I'm just so impressed by everything he does.
He formulates new traps as he plays. I think that's why
I don't think he does. I think these are all very calculated and lapped. And that's not gonna KO. What? I think we need. Oh, Godot his $4 to $5.99 back. I can't remember how much Ryu was. I just bought him. I didn't even question it. Nintendo just got my money. Like, if they made more DLC characters, they give me $20 a piece and they'd still get my money. People would be mad, but they'd get my money. And there we go. That one's gonna take it. It looked like he was like working for that DI cross up. And great Z drop right there. Smart option from.
Looks like Pac-Man's gonna try to take this with. Oh, nope.
Pac-Man's trying to waka his way out of losers finals and back to grands. Great neutral air, getting the sour spot down there, not getting the sweet spot like Godot wanted, but Pac-Man probably wouldn't have gotten blasted by that, which means he could have made it back because Pac-Man can be like almost in the corner.
Going for the grab and he
missed it. He's gonna get it! But like I said, he's fine, he's Pac-Man. And that's a pretty strong spike, but it's just not enough.
Trying to use the bell to help recover.
Yep, the bell is actually successful because he got him to Godot to roll back off the ledge, so he's able to use like neutral get up. But that's gonna catch him, but not quite enough. I'm serious about giving Godot his like 4 to 599 back, guys. This is not okay. He's had 2 of them. Nebula's DI'd immaculately. That Randy forward smash, not gonna take it and try to read with that that true Shoryu. And getting good. He's back there. All right, and there we go. We're going to go for another grab. Trying to use the hydrant to cover him. And now he's got the key online. He's going to probably try to, like, maybe take... Oh, I was going to say he's going to try to take the hydrant. That was so clean. Oh, my goodness. The wall jump to B reverse key. Nebula, you are
Thanks to that super armor.
You are a beautiful genius right there. And... going back to footsie play on Nebula, going back to trap style play, getting the power pellet healing. I think that was only 2%. That's not very good. Healing in this game is very muted. Like the power pellet doesn't do too much. The deep breathing and the sun salutation from Wii Fit Trainer each do 2%, and actually got buffed from 1%. And I think we got the bell. Now we got the key online. He's going to probably try another shenanigan to get the key up. And going to force him off stage. Going to try to get this hydrant to move. Gets the jab 1. Going to beat out the armor, but not going to beat him out. And he's going to finally catch him with that apple, that 3-0.
Ends with a
it got so much closer every game. I can't wait for next week for those two to run back through to each other. That should be a very hype matchup if it happens. As you can see, Goma walking back in. I know he had a church meeting to go to today. I'm hoping that's not an every Friday thing, because Goma is another one of your Michigan State Smash 4 beautiful geniuses.
Seems to be 2 of them mainly right now.
There's several beautiful geniuses. I really like the phrase beautiful genius. I don't know what I'm referencing right now, but I know for a fact I'm referencing something. Go ahead, hit me up. Super Atomic SSB on Twitter. Tell me what I'm referencing, because I cannot remember what the beautiful genius reference is from. There we go. Now you can see it on your screen as well, so go ahead and do that for me. I'd appreciate it. Hit me up. Let me know where beautiful genius is from. I'm probably going to give it a Google. It's worth a Google for sure. And that is actually a reference to The Election, the movie with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis.
That was a funny movie.
I know. There's so many quotable lines from that. And I would just I've been playing Cards Against Humanity too much. And we're going to get into this match, so we're not going to have time for my fun Cards Against Humanity story.
I saw Ganondorf.
Yep, he's going Ganon in this game 1 against this cloud of tryhard trains.
He's like, this didn't seem too
it
was
bad, but I got a Ganon side, so there's always that, right, guys?
We always have Ganon side.
Again, no money on the line, so there's muted consequences, and these tournaments cannot be power rankings eligible for the overall Michigan Smash 4 because there's no money on the line, and there's a pot minimum that you have to reach for a tournament to be PR eligible. And Tryhard Train, once again, being very randy, gonna get forward tilted from this Ganon. That angle, that forward tilt Senju is so scary because it's directly horizontal. That is a super dangerous angle for Cloud, especially if he doesn't have limit online. It actually KOs pretty early as well because it just sends you so horizontally, and there's not much you can do to DI it.
His juggling this time with Nebula is just